order, sir? Sir, can you tell us a little bit about the New World Order, sir? The New World Order's going down, sir. No North American Union! No New World Order! Well, I see you at Bilderberg next year! I'll see you next summer at Bilderberg! Bilderberg next summer! We'll be there! No New World Order! We'll see you at Bilderberg! Mrs. Glenn, do you support a new investigation into 9/11? Do you support a new investigation into 9/11?
I wish I could.
What? Oh, what way? What do you mean you can, Mrs. Clinton? Mrs. Clinton, what about your attendance at Bilderberg in 2006? I'm just curious about that. What about the fact that you voted to go to Iran, Mrs. Clinton, and that you actually support George Bush, Mrs. Clinton? What about that, Mrs. Clinton? Any comment on that, Mrs. Clinton?
This is fantasy land. We're talking about ending the war. My God, we're just starting a war right today. There was a vote in the Senate today. Joe Lieberman, who authored the Iraq resolution, has authored another resolution, and it is essentially a fig leaf to let George Bush go to war with Iran. And I want to congratulate Biden for voting against it, Dodd for voting against it, and I'm ashamed of you, Hillary, for voting for it. You're not going to get another shot at this, because what's happened, if this war ensues, we invade, and they're looking for an excuse to do it. And Obama was not even there to vote.
Senator Clinton, I want to give you a chance to respond.
Ms. Clinton, any comment on Kathy O'Brien? Kathy O'Brien. Any comment on Kathy O'Brien?
It was also at this Lampe, Missouri compound that I was sexually assaulted by Hilary Clinton. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton both are considered to be bisexual, but it was my experience, although my experience with Bill Clinton sexually was extremely limited.
Ms. Clinton, your relation to Kathy O'Brien, or are you familiar with Lampe, Missouri, Mrs. Clinton? Mrs. Clinton, are you familiar with Kathy O'Brien, Mrs. Clinton? Any comment, Mrs. Clinton? Any comment? What about Peter Paul, Mrs. Clinton? What about the money you stole from Peter Paul, Mrs. Clinton? Peter Paul!
Peter Paul has filed a lawsuit against the Clintons in California State Court, saying he wants his money back, more than $1.5 million of it, because, he says, the Clintons double-crossed him.
They took the money. They knew that it had a value to them. They promised to do certain things. They reneged on their promise.
In fact, Paul's home videos picked up Mrs. Clinton, saying she had stopped using email messages because of all the investigations she had been through.
I've been investigated on that. You know why?
Right, yeah.
But my God, why would I ever want to do email?
No,
no.
Paul says he put up $30,000 to be the co-host of the lunch. And in total, he estimates he has canceled checks and other documents showing more than $1.5 million in direct and so-called in-kind contributions to support the Hillary campaign last year. Yet only about $500,000 of that appears in the federal election records filed for her campaign, attributed to the various companies Paul's connected with.
It's just a question. That's all. I'm just asking her a question. Ms. Clinton, what about Arkansas, Ms. Clinton? Arkansas. What if Arkansas, Ms. Clinton, or Vince Foster? Your comment on your relationship with Vince Foster, Ms. Clinton? Any comment on your relationship with Vince Foster? Just curious about that. Any comment at all on your relationship with Vince Foster?
Chapter 8, The Mysterious Death of Vince Foster, Part 1. Foster served as Deputy White House Counsel during the first Clinton administration for 6 months before his death. But before heading to the nation's capital, he spent most of his life in Hope, Arkansas, where he and childhood friend and future President Bill Clinton were neighbors. Now, he worked at the Rose Law Firm in Little Rock and became close with Hilary Clinton, who called him Vincenzo. And when the Clintons went to Washington after the 1992 election, Foster went with them. But Foster's term in the White House was an introduction to hard-knock Beltway politics. He was largely responsible for handling the Travelgate scandal and was responsible for dealing with all the First Family's paperwork related to Whitewater.
Vincent Foster Jr. was found dead at 6 p.m. in Fort Marcy Park, just outside of Washington, D.C. Before Foster's body had even cooled, the national media had already pronounced suicide as the cause of death. The American people might have shown more interest in Foster's death had they realized one thing. He was the highest-ranking federal official to die under questionable circumstances since John F. Kennedy.